Okay, welcome back. My name is Kevin Hogan. I'm Content Director for Tech and Learning. Welcome to Tech and Learning Live at ISTE 2015. This is our little experiment of practicing what we preach and trying to use the latest and greatest in technologies for folks who can't be here on the show floor but who want to follow what's happening. Pleased to introduce Andy Marcinek, who is a longtime advisor for the magazine, for our school CIO, and has attended school CIO summits. We rely on people like Andy to let us know what the latest and greatest is happening in school districts, and it's the Grafton Public Schools, correct? And that's in Massachusetts?
Massachusetts,
okay,
yep.
Great. Yeah. So welcome, Andy, and just wanted to take a couple minutes to get some of the impressions that you have from the show floor so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually my first ISTE. I've never been, and one thing I found is that when you get a group of these like-minded people in a space like ISTE, what I've seen most is the conversations, and not just the talking and hi, how are you doing, but these are the people that really push each other's thinking, and we really challenge each other. We're not just having conversations about iPad apps and this and that, but we're really talking about the whole process of really bringing in, technology or new paradigms for learning into the classroom. And I've learned a lot from the sessions, but I've also learned a lot just by walking the halls. And that's, I think, thinking about the design of ISTE and how it's created, and there's spaces for all of us to kind of gather and connect and learn and share. It really kind of promotes and provokes those types of conversations.
That's great.
Yeah.
What anything knocked you out so far?
I was over at the Ignite sessions, and I saw some really interesting sessions. One in particular by Cameron Patterson. He did this whole thing on mindfulness and focus, and it was really fascinating. And the session was him having us, close our eyes for 60 seconds and just focus on our breathing, looking around the room for a certain color, and looking at the variations of color. So kind of, I think, being mindful of our surroundings and our awareness. And I think it's a good session for ISTE, because you can sometimes get lost in the shuffles of ISTE when it's a lot coming at you all at once.
Right.
And I think it'll be a good thing for everyone to do once they leave ISTE. And I would probably recommend doing it to leave ISTE, but just kind of refocus themselves and just kind of relax and really process what just happened at a conference like this.
Right. Do you have any of your team here? Are you going solo on this one?
I'm solo here. There was a couple of other colleagues, a former colleague of mine, Patrick Larkin, who I was here with, yeah. and some other Massachusetts groups, but nobody else from Grafton Public Schools this year, unfortunately. What I do with this with conferences like this is I feel like I can kind of take those pieces back and bring those ideas to our leadership team within the district to really start to think about some new ideas here. Again, not so much about products and apps and things, but more around the different processes, different paradigms for learning that we can begin to slowly think about collectively as a leadership team.
What are the projects at Grafton that are at the top of the list right now?
Right now, one thing we're looking at is we just did a lot with our curriculum building, and one focus point that I'm working on is trying to redesign professional learning for technology with teachers, and giving them a focus, giving them a goal, and then giving them outlets in a blended learning type format where they can have resources that they can find and learn at their own pace, and then also have check-ins with myself or our curriculum director or assistant superintendent, where we can all kind of help and clarify pieces. But thinking about technology is not just things we drop into lessons and skill sets, but things that we have a fluidity to and a process for, that we're incorporating technology meaningful and purposefully in our schools, and teachers all are understanding of that.
Great, great. Well, Andy, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Kevin.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.